Hi, and welcome. Um, it's spring, gardening season has begun, and if you're, well, I am a very avid gardener. I have a much bigger garden than I really need. Um, and I thought it might be useful to have a little warm up. I don't know about you, I tend to just run at it. Oh my gosh, the weather's good. So much needs to be done. I just go out and start. But having a little warm up beforehand that helps us to warm up all the muscles that we're going to use when we garden. We do a lot of kneeling, we do a lot of bending and reaching. Sometimes we do digging. Um, and I notice when I don't work out, when I don't warm up at the end, I tend to be a little bit sore, especially when it's a big garden. So let's go through a really quick warm up that you can do to help get you ready to garden. We're going to be on our feet and our knees, so not on our back. And I'm going to record another video about cooling down or stretching after we do our gardening. So check for that one as well. So we're going to start with a little wall sit. So just a little tiny bend in the knees. Let me come over on this wall and see what I mean by how much my knees are bent. So it's not one of the let's work our thighs to the max. So nice, easy wall sit. And you're going to feel the feet on the ground. So our feet do a lot of work when we're gardening. Feel the center of your heel, the ball of your foot on the big toe side, the baby toe side. Maybe lift and spread your toes. And really settle into your feet. Feel the wall at your back. Bring a little more weight into the right foot and a little more weight into the left foot. So just kind of going back and forth, kind of like you're trying to make a footprint in the mud or the cement. So you notice I'm not like shifting back and forth. It's not a big weight transfer. I'm just putting a little more pressure into one foot and then into the other. Staying with your breath. Your head might be against the wall, but doesn't have to be. Let your back relax against the wall. And then let's have both feet press into the ground. And then maybe feel a little bit onto the outside edges of your feet and the inside edges. And the outside edges, and then notice what happens. You can probably feel your legs moving a little bit. And let your toes be light. So we're not doing this. We're not like lifting the foot off the ground. We're just bringing, again, the weight in and out. Okay. Good. And then let that go. We'll come up to stand. We're going to do a little work through the ankles and the hips. If you need a chair or a wall to hang on to, that's great. We're just going to do circles. So I'm circling the hip, but also the ankle at the same time. So again, I want these joints to move well as I garden in lots of different positions, hopefully. Let's go the other way. So it's a great idea when you're gardening to notice the positions you're in and change it up. We'll take a moment to feel that leg on the ground. Just a little longer, and then we're gonna do the other one. So you notice I'm not taking the whole body into it. That's something else. Hip and ankle. So as I was saying, as you're doing your gardening, noticing if you're always bending over. That's my thing. I tend to bend over too much. Or if you're always on one knee and not the other. Or maybe always on both knees. Take a pause. Feel that. All right, let's take the legs wide. We're going to rotate the leg bones out, hands to the outside of the legs so you can feel the legs rotating as we come down into a little bit of a goddess pose. Let's take the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Notice the toes. We don't want to grip them. I noticed the other day as I was out in the garden, we're going to take the arms back a little bit. So they're just back a little, not back so much that you have to arch your back, just back a little bit. Then we're just going to squeeze the fingers and have the fingers go wide. Let me roll my sleeves up so you can see that a little bit better. So, of course, holding the little shovels and the little weeders and the pruners, all those things. We'll let that go. And come back. All right, let's do that again. Oh yeah, I was talking about the toes. Yeah, so I was noticing as I was gardening, as I was, leaning forward and I was cleaning up the garden this morning, my toes were getting really grippy. Let that go and come up. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. So just kind of be a little more mindful. Arms come back a little bit higher, not so high that your shoulders feel uncomfortable. And again, squeezing and opening. Nice. And then we'll let that go. We'll come back up. We'll take the shoulders up, back, and down. And up, back, and down. Nice. We'll bring the legs back together. I'm going to stay facing this way. I might come on the angle a little bit. So from here, feeling the feet, we're going to sink down into our little chair, little squat. And then from here, we're going to hinge at the hips to bring ourselves forward. I'm going to turn a little bit. We're going to hinge at the hips to come back up and to come back down. So you notice that my spine is not rounding, not here, not yet. I'm working the pelvis hinging here. And now I'm going to allow the spine to round down. Your hands can come to the ground, or if you have some blocks, you can always use your blocks. We're going to take a step back into a long lunge and bring the back knee down. Now I'm going to leave my back knee tucked, or my back toes tucked. You can always flatten them out, but you'll see why I think tucked might work better in just a moment, because we're going to come up, let the arms come wide. We're going to come into a little twist here, nice and easy twist. Come back to the center, hands come down, blocks or floor, up to you. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, extending through that leg. Knee comes back down, we'll come back up. We do a lot of bending, a lot of twisting, a lot of kneeling, a lot of reaching, a lot of getting down and up. One more time. We're going to come up. We're going to twist. We're going to pause here. Arm comes across. And if you can think about the shoulder blade on the arm that's across, let it slide away a little bit from the ribs. And maybe you reach that other arm back. Maybe you circle the wrist. Come on back. Block or floor, up to you. Tuck the toes, lift the back leg. Step the back leg up to the front. Taking that pause, finding that nice long spine again. Coming up into our little chair. Coming back down, hinging at the hips. Coming back up. And coming back down. Nice. Stepping back, long lunge. Do the same thing on the other side. Of course, it's always a challenge. You don't want to do too much that you wear yourself out before you get to your gardening. Hands down. Extend to that leg. Come on up. We'll do a little twist. We'll come back. We'll come forward. Yeah, see, gardening. Yeah, come on up. Take a little twist. Pausing here. Maybe again thinking about this shoulder blade sliding away from the spine as you reach the other hand back. And if you want to rotate that wrist, or maybe again squeeze the fingers, go for it. Then we're going to come back to the center. Hands come down. We're taking both feet up. But this time, we're going to take them wide. So into a wide squat. Maybe I'll come this way. And we're again going to bring the hands down. We're going to step back with one leg. Whoops. I need to come forward a little bit. Okay, so now the leg is wide. So it's not in a straight forward squat. It's out to the side a little bit. And this time I'm going to tuck my toes back under just for variety. And I'm going to move on the diagonal here. So giving a little more warm up to my hips. Moving in a little bit different range. So we want to, again, we tend to be in all kinds of different positions. Same hand as the back leg comes up. And we're just going to side bend. If you want to extend this arm, you can, or reach it out. We'll come on back up. Hands come down to the floor or your blocks. We're going to step this back leg up wide into our wide squat. And we do a lot of this too, or I do. I'm going to step the other leg back into that wide lunge, sometimes called lizard lunge or gecko lunge, and let's move through the hips. Nice and easy. And then we're going to pause, take the arm up, shoulder nice and relaxed here. So if you find that your shoulder creeps up as you're doing this, or it hurts to do this, just leave the arm down. We're going to side bend towards the same side as the front leg. So I'm not going to go towards the front leg, I'm just going sideways. And come on back up. And we're going to come forward. Hands can come into the center. Again, tuck the back toes, step back up into that wide squat. And then we're coming up to stand. And then one more thing I'm going to throw in here. We'll step the legs wide. We'll rotate one leg out. The other leg's maybe turned in a little bit. Getting ready for a warrior two. So we're going to sink the hips down. Let the arms go out. And roll up my sleeves again. Should have worn short sleeves. I'm going to roll the arms up. So think about rotating the arms from the shoulders. And we'll take a little bit of a side angle. And a little bit of a reverse warrior. If you want to take this arm behind, maybe this arm comes up. We come down. We come back up. We come down. And we come back up. And we straighten the legs and come back to the center. And last side, we only have two. That warrior two, arms, and this time maybe flip the palms. So it's not the shoulders, we're moving from the elbows and the palms. And then once again, we'll find that little, so maybe this arm comes behind, a little side angle, a little reverse warrior, a little side angle, a little reverse warrior. Nice. One more. Good. And come on back, straightening up. Nice. And step it back together. All right. So we've done some work for the hips in all different ranges. We've done some work at the shoulders as well as the spine in different ranges to help. And we've done some work for the core, our twists and our side bends, as well as our forward bends to find the support in our core because gardening does demand a lot of that. So let's take the shoulders up, shoulder blades up, back and down, and one more time. If you feel you need a few more things, go ahead, and hopefully you are now ready to go out and take on that garden. So have fun with that, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me.